Eric Weinstein, the mathematician turned physicist and economist. Let's talk about him. So who is this person? So I identify with Eric Weinstein so much because of the shared struggles with the educational system. Eric became a beacon of hope for me when he started sharing his story and lessons he learned throughout his impressive career as an academic, mathematician, physicist, economist, managing director of Thiel Capital, and podcaster. Although he's been told he has a bunch of issues such as dyslexia, colorblindness, ADD, and a bunch of different things, he is proof of the educational system debacles. He says, quote, "All BS, I wasn't meant for educators, as those are actually their issues with me." In other words, teaching disabilities, quote. Beyond that, he is an inspiration for me as I've faced similar obstacles, especially with the focus of compliance in the educational system over creativity, curiosity, and even intellect, which has hurt me in my educational career. So why should you care about this person? Why should you listen to him? So I started writing these essays and making videos because ideas are the currency of the 21st century. I humbly believe that my ideas that I help others as I pursue and share my curiosities. Eric Weinstein ideas have awakened me and shown me a world unknown to most people, such as the world of academia and science. One of these ideas is what he calls the DISC. That stands for the Distributed Idea Suppression Complex, which explains how disruptive and innovative ideas that challenge the status quo are suppressed, keeping institutions safe from individuals who create change. The DISC is spread throughout major institutions such as in academia, the mainstream media, and politics, and it tries to undermine ideas that may challenge or weaken the elite. This isn't directly planned, it's not under central control. And Eric and his family have been victims of the DISC multiple times. Eric in physics, his wife in economics, and his brother in biology. He started noticing the same patterns in politics when MSNBC had polling graphics of presidential candidate Andrew Yang. The DISC is only one of these marvelous ideas that Eric explores in his podcast called The Portal, where he explores subjects including science, economics, culture, politics, and business. The goal of the show is to help you see the world through a different lens, which opens up your mind to new ways of viewing events in your life. Each guest is a portal to a reality showcasing what we would normally consider impossible are indeed possible. So let's visit the portal. So here are my favorite episodes. So Eric launched the portal in June 2019, and in less than a year later, he has created a community of people who want to explore this hidden reality and discover new portals. Eric has a wide expertise in many fields, but what's interesting is how he engages your mind, moves your heart, and light a spark in your soul. Eric can discover unexplored worlds and bring them back to his audience. Sometimes complex or hard to understand, but always interesting when you get the sense of upgrading your own mind. So here are my favorite episodes. So the first episode was with Peter Thiel, and this is how I initially found the podcast. Peter rarely appears in interviews, so I knew this one had to be special. Peter Thiel is one of the most influential thinkers in contrarian thinking of the last decades. He's also the co-founder of PayPal and Palantir, and he was also the first big investor in Facebook. Peter and Eric challenge our way of thinking and encourage us to see things differently. For instance, they discuss the relationship between growth and violence. Thiel argues that if economic growth is slow, violence is more likely to arise, He highlights that violence among humans is high because, according to Girard, we want what other people want, giving rise to conflict. This may be one of the best episodes in the history of podcasts. I found this conversation can help you understand Girard's theories' implications in society, especially in a time of wealth gap inequality, racial conflicts, and in a pandemic. They also discuss the era of stagnation, the future of education, student debt, the broken world of academia, and polymath. Peter, a conservative, and Eric, a progressive, discuss ideas with unique and often opposing views as they try to find a solution and reach an agreement on his arguments. Episode number 19, with Brett Weinstein, which is his brother. The prediction and the disc. So in this radio conversation with Brett, they talk about the disc and how it affected Brett in one of his biology discoveries. In this episode, Eric eagerly tries to get his brother to tell the story of his powerful finding. Brett discovered that the mice we use for medical trials have ultra-long telomeres, something humans don't have, and that these hide the dangers of certain medicines, and this discovery could cure cancer and end aging. After he discovered this, he tried to go the usual path of peer review and so on. According to the interview and the podcast, he was silent, yet his findings were taken and made someone else the Nobel Prize winner. A mind-blowing episode that will make you stir your curiosity and make you learn more about the finding, the disc, and the portal. Episode number 19 with Anna Koshihan. Reconstructing the mystical feminine from the ashes of the feminine mystique. Eric interviews Anna, who's a Russian-American social, literary, and artistic theorist. She's also the co-host of the fierce and popular podcast, Red Scare Podcast. At the beginning of the conversation, Eric tells her, "I've been addicted to your podcast, not quite understanding why. It's one of the strangest things I've ever found," and that's exactly how I felt. They talked about mystery and how society thought we wanted clarity and directness, but what we actually wanted was mystery, especially in our relationships. Then they talked about the importance of mystery and what it means to be mysterious. This episode will help you find and perceive the significance of how we can use mystery in our life. I'll be honest, I don't know why I like this episode, but I listened to it several times and it was really fascinating. Bonus 36, Dark Matter, Black Matter, and all that jazz with Estefan Alexander, which is an amazing episode to learn more about physics, racial issues, and music. To end, let me state that I disagree with many of Eric's views. However, I still consider him a role model because of his love and passion for science. He even proposed a theory of everything called geometric unity, where he tried to explain and combine all physical aspects of the universe. I love learning about science. I read books, email experts, watch interviews, read essays, and listen to podcasts like The Portal to learn more about science. And science combined with entrepreneurship has the power to create a world of progress and technological advancement. So we can create a world of equality, fairness, and peace. That's what I hope to do with my life. I hope you find Eric's work as interesting, fascinating, and curious as I have. Thank you so much.